Good evening. My name is Scott Rudrow. I'm a student at Full Sail University. I'm in the Masters of Science program, and I am presenting Alien War, a simulator for mortar combat, firing grenades at aliens, because it's fun. Mormon RPG cannon, which fires parabolic shots at random alien targets, utilizing Microsoft Forms, C++, with the math library as well as SDL and parabolic and trigonometric functions. And this is the repository share right here for my Git. There'll only be a single mode, single level. The algorithm for the parabolic trajectory and elevation and range, and the user interface, which has been stripped from the space bar and three buttons on the keyboard to interface with the mouse because it was easier to lift coordinates from the mouse than it was to lift coordinates from the keyboard at this time. Eventually, touchscreen would be great, but no hurry. Play menu and exit menu, no options menu. And this is where I'm getting my projectile um, equations from these guys. We put the mock-up of the menu back this week as we were able to incorporate the menu with the singleton and the singleton with the SDL. Um, and here we have the replacement for the slider top, lower, and side. The keys are all X'd out. Space bar to fire is X'd out. That can go to the mouse as well. And at the end, my credits will look something like this, and followed by citations of related works. Last week, T1 and T2 were reviewed, and this week I'm reviewing T3, the development of the coordinate system to start at 00 in the lower left corner of the game board and the end at 1920 by 720 on the upper right of the keyboard of the game board. This is a corrective equation that corrects the game board to allow for this lower left to upper right uh, scheme. And mouse hover coordinates. Pseudocode and tax verification. Tax verification. We are not doing ballistic calculations today. We are testing controls. And we are not doing parabolic functions today. Okay. Game board should capture XY coordinates from the Cartesian plane and transfer them to the algorithm for processing this week, because it didn't do it last week. And off we go. Working in Visual Studios. I have a source CPP, and I have a main form H file, header file. Now my CPP is my singleton, which we went over in class, and I had fun putting this together. It took a while, and then I enabled the window at the end to run main form, which is my H file. This is the H file, main form. This was from my main form H design. Once I put this together, most of my main form was generated by Visual Studio. And it did the table layouts, the button layouts, the main form. And right about here is where I started adding to it. The button number 2 has a close function because it's the exit button. And button number 1 starts an SDL window. Okay, we're going to compile and run. Compiled with 0 errors, 1 warning. Let's take a look at that. Using an initialized memory event. Okay, no big deal. Okay, I lost my window. Restart application. Okay, we're running and there's no errors. Right here, you can see the app config constructor called for the singleton. Welcome to Alien War version 0.1. And if I click the exit button, it'll exit. So I'll show you that. But if I push the play button, get that out of the way, game starts. Now I want you to pay attention over here on the left, the mouse position. As I was saying, it's 0 on the lower left-hand corner. In the upper right-hand corner, it's pretty close to 1920 by 720. But you get to go that high. Yeah, 719 and 1919. And that really does it for Visual Studio. My Jira is of Alien War. Game board got done. Mouse over game board is done. And the next thing to start doing is adding parabolic equations and detonations, rocket visuals and explosions. And this one right here, make a singleton call the functions, including menus, options, and game board, is also done. So that is it for a very long week for me. Thank you, and I hope you have a good day.